On air.
Now you're on air because listen, you just burped into my microphone. Okay, don't make more fucking burp noises. What the fuck? Oh my god! Give me a second.
Try to nice.
Listen, this is your home, and you should relax. But also, do I burp on your shit?
Yeah.
Actually, that sounds like a sex thing.
Do you think it's hot?
When I burp on your shit. Oh god! Oh boy! This podcast is already off to a phenomenal start.
Alrighty then.
There are my notes for the next episode of that podcast I'm going to do. Let's see.
So we talk about the Halloween show.
Yeah, let's talk about the Halloween show a little bit.
Setting up the ring in my back. At the, what we'll call it, the location.
At the training?
Yeah.
At the training facility?
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea. Well, let me ask you something then about... Well, first of all, welcome to the Transmit Podcast. I'm your host, Spike.
I'm Victor.
And I guess we're going to start out with some show talk then. I think this is well after, but all the shows we recorded before this were either not about this or were recorded at the venue. How do you feel about that last show we did? The Cosmic Horror.
That was a great show.
Me too.
I think my favorite part about it was it was timed perfectly. All the time.
Oh, yeah, so great.
Stamps I put on the script all came to fruition. Everybody did their job. Any time we lost was made up for by the next match. And ended 2 minutes early.
Right? I mean, listen, the wrestling was strong.
The wrestling was great.
The music
as well.
Good. Lighting, phenomenal. But the timing.
The timing
Let me tell you, the timing was
impeccable. Impeccable.
And it was realistically, I was in charge of like making sure and like getting everyone like to know when the cues were, how much time they had. But then Anthony, we were running a little over because we had some issue with some of the video elements.
Yeah, we started a little late on that one. And
then, but then Anthony just killed. You think they were a trooper and they just finished their match like 5 minutes early. And we were like, oh, we're right back on time.
Yeah.
And he was just like, Anthony in true Anthony form was like, you're welcome. Just to everyone.
Yeah.
And good for him, man. He deserves some accolades for not eating up all the screen time.
Oh, no, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody helps make that show really fun for the audience. And it felt like it was just flying by for us. But if you're just sitting there in the audience and you're not doing anything,
it's just a normal experience.
It feels like a normal experience.
Yeah.
But for us, we're running around all fast, and they're like, "Is this going?"
Where's the thing? Where's the guy?
But for them, they're just sitting in their chair, just oh, cool, the next thing's starting.
Hey, that was a good show, and then you really drag it out sometimes. You know your ring psychology that pretty well. And I noticed that. Like everyone here is like knows how to time out a match.
Yeah, it's good when we know what our time limits are. The only thing that I would have added to that show is made it more of a horror movie.
Oh, yeah, I think it didn't have.
I'd have had more horror elements to it.
Yeah, that was like last year. There was way more horror.
Yeah.
But this year was just we just called it. Honestly, we just called it Cosmic Horror.
Yeah, I mean there was some scary parts at the end and stuff, and then I don't want to give it away, but
Oh yeah, there
was a final scene that's a little scary.
There were some elements that were more horror-ish.
There was like a cool, like a hollow serial killer kind of scene.
Yeah.
So
our new character, I think.
Yeah.
Can we say that at least?
Locura.
Yeah, he's listen. You came up with a pretty cool like concept for him, and now we have a criminal.
Yeah, and here this might go back. On our last podcast, we were talking about this at dinner. How in Batman, he doesn't actually deal with real criminals, just mentally ill.
They're all crazy people
because they lock them up in Arkham Asylum, right?
Not Arkham Prison.
Yeah. So I wanted to make this character. Locura was the original pitch for Locura is kind of like an insane asylum type dude.
Yeah.
But we don't really see people getting locked up for like major crimes anymore and go to an insane asylum.
Yeah.
Insanity is actually a legal term. It's not an actual medical term.
That's true. Yeah, they have way more like precise terms for those sorts of things.
So like, yeah, if you're insane, it's like you have to plead insanity.
Right.
But that usually doesn't happen. You know, all the serial killers, they're not locked up in asylums.
You're right. They have to know the difference between right and wrong, and you have to know that what you're doing is going to affect other people. Also, that chicken is looking at you. Yeah. Victor has chickens, by the way.
And so I just straight up made him in a prison. I made him in a real California State Prison, Solano, where the real life Charlie Manson was locked up.
Really?
He died there. And also at Solano, Ed Kemper, the co-ed killer, was locked up there. The co-ed killer is famously known for killing college girls. And he is featured on that show, Mindhunter.
That's pretty cool.
So, you know, I just put a little bit of
a lot
of
the
that.
zeitgeist kind of got into there.
Yeah, I wanted to. That was probably my favorite video to make, was a little Corey video, because I could put some creativity in there.
And it was really intense. It was a little different than a lot of things we do.
Yeah, tell a little bit of story and not make it an overt kind of scary kind of thing for kids, you know. So it's like Sideshow Bob. Sideshow Bob's a killer, but we all watched that as kids.
He's funny, too. He's a funny serial killer. Well, attempted serial killer. Yeah. Let me tell you, the one where he chases him up a river is great. He does like HMS Pinaford for him, like, and just long enough for the police to show up.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Oh, that was great. They're under witness protection, and he's like clinging to the bottom of their car. It's like, who wants to drive through that cactus patch? It's like everyone's like, me, and then he says, not me. And it's like, 4 against 1, and then they drive. No one knows. They can't think. It's like, who is that fifth person?
But yeah, I think we had some other cool elements in that show too, and it was all. I feel like all the matches had like a scary dark element, from spiders to
the spiders are a little creepy.
You know, slaughter.
Yeah.
To you know, giant monsters, serial killers.
Having to live in the Old West.
Live in the old. That was like a little bit of a palate cleanser. You have the dark, scary stuff, and then you have like, you know, Colorado Kid story
showing up. Oh, that was pretty fun.
Set to Aaron Copland's score. Aaron Copland. Aaron Copland is an American composer.
Really?
Yeah, most our famous composers are European. But
yeah.
He's a full-on American composer whose music is inspired by the vast, open swaths of American land.
Yeah, it did feel like that. Yeah, you can tell like an American composer. It has a very specific
it's like very big
style. Yeah,
epic feeling, and I always try to use that music for Mike Rapata's Colorado Kid.
And it does work. Really, it really does. It matches up very well.
Yeah, and I haven't reviewed the footage yet, so I don't know how the matches went, but there were some good matches there. We don't have to like say every match, but
no, we don't.
It was a good show. I think I came away feeling good. I think everyone else felt good about it.
Oh yeah, like, I don't think anyone was like, "Oh, I messed up so much." Everyone was like, "No, that felt great."
And it'll be our last show. Hopefully, we'll get some stuff out online before January. But that's the last show of the year, right there.
But listen. This I'm looking forward to a bit of a break because I have to do a bunch of stuff now.
Yeah,
but no,
it's good to have a break. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that goes into the show. A lot of production.
Oh yeah, it takes a while because there's writing, there's putting the videos together, there's planning out the matches. It's a million things.
Yeah.
And I think we've also gotten more efficient with getting Luciano in there with Lucky with our lighting.
Yeah.
Because it used to be like he just arrived with us and then it just as much time as he had, he would just take.
Yeah.
Then he shows up in like 2 hours. He's got the whole setup.
Yeah, and we're starting 2 hours earlier, so
he's a trooper.
Yeah, he's got lots of time taken out of his normal setup time because this show he had to come late. Came late because he's working, and then he didn't have as much time to set up because we started at 6 instead of 8. So,
yeah,
lighting still came out good, but there could be more infrastructure put into that.
Well, that's something we can work on. Hey, we now have a couple of months to work that out.
Yeah, we do.
Boom. All right, so listen, that was some pretty good show talk, and we're about at like 10-ish minutes. So, well, to us, to the listener.
Talk about trailers.
We could talk about a couple of trailers.
But what were you going to get to?
Well, I was going to talk about, I heard about this thing called the Testacuzzi.
Oh, okay.
Have you heard of this?
No.
Okay.
You dip your balls into a bowl of warm water?
Well, not just a bowl. Anyone, that's not a testacuzzi. That's just a bowl.
That's what I would do.
Well, now
Instead of buying a
you needn't do that because they have a custom-made porcelain dipping apparatus with 2 different orb outlet or inlets and a pillow for the member. And my question is, who the crap is this for?
That's a good question.
I think it also it has bubbles.
So was there like a study that came out or some kind of thing that says, hey, if you put your balls into kind of like bubbling warm water?
I have no goddamn clue.
It will, I don't know.
It's battery operated, has soothing bubbles, is watertight. I hope it is.
Make your scrotum softer or something?
And has a silicone quote-unquote headrest.
If you put sea salt in there, you might have like a nice smooth scrotum.
So yeah, that's what I'm noticing is like we are so out of things to make that we're now making just things for our genitals.
You know what? I feel like this is finally time for men to get tricked into buying shit because there's so much products out there for women. Like, this will make your boobs this like this. This will make you look hot. This will make you thin.
At the end of the day, do you find you carry your stress in your scrotum? It's like, well, and it's just a guy looks up from his drafting board. He's like doing plans for a building. He's like, well, yes, I do.
When you sit down, do you accidentally sit on your balls sometimes?
Well, this won't help with that, but it will make him feel cool. Because it's not big, and I don't know where you have to set it on like the corner of a table to get it to work. Yeah,
it looks like it's only 2 inches high or so.
So yeah, you first of all
you have to put it on like a stool or something.
Yeah, basically, and so that I don't understand. Like, why don't they? It doesn't come with a stand. Because you can't sit down on a couch and like that's how you'd want it, right?
I know. I'd want to watch TV
and have your balls pampered.
Yeah.
But now you have to stand at an awkward angle, like on the corner of a table, and just kind of like adjust your like. Here we go. Come on.
Yeah. How long would you be able to handle kind of like the? Wouldn't the tickling and stuff, the quickly. Bubbling, make you like
Immediately, I would just be like,
get you a boner.
A boner. I'd just be uncomfortable with the feeling. But no, yeah, I mean that's that too. You just. The pillow would become useless pretty much instantly.
So I think maybe it's time to rip off guys,
Yeah, it's now.
But you know what? Maybe we should, since this is kind of like a podcast now.
Yeah. No, this is exactly a podcast. Is what we're.
Sometimes products that get reviewed on the podcast actually end up getting bought, and then we review them. Maybe one of us should buy that.
Let me see.
And use it on the podcast.
How about we not use it on the podcast? Unless you want to
use it before the podcast.
Yeah, there we go.
And then review it.
That's a better idea then.
Give you a review of what you think the testacuzzi feels like.
I'm visiting the site now because I've got to know how much does this cost. Oh, it's only $40. There's a gold one for $10,000 though.
Oh really?
I'm not even fucking joking. It's literal gold for literally $10,000.
$40 to $10,000 is a pretty big.
There's a big price gap here. There's no in between. It's like, this one's made out of quartz and it's a few $100. This one's made.
Nope. See, now I don't want the black one. Now I want the gold one. Now that I know it exists, and so I don't even want to have the $40 one. I feel like
you've been duped.
I'm putting my testicles in
substandard material.
Testacuzzi. I don't even know what a testacuzzi was until today.
Until 2 minutes ago.
But now I want the gold one.
Now you already want to.
I'm not going to put my balls in like.
You want to buy a low-end car. There's worth of gold and ball-soaking apparatus. Okay.
Are you going to put your balls in a $40 testacuzzi when you know you could be putting it in a $10,000 one?
Well, I'm not a fucking 1%er like you, apparently. For the person who has the person who has everything, we can guarantee you that your friend who has everything definitely does not have a 14-karat gold plated. Testacuzzi. You know what?
You know
what? Only 50 of the gold-plated testacuzzi available. Okay, you don't need that, man. You're being duped now in a greater way than you already were.
It's just like vanity luxury items.
Yeah, well, my dad actually has been asking me what I want for my birthday.
Tell him that you want the gold-plated testacuzzi.
I wouldn't do that to him, but the regular one.
Be like, Dad, I think I need the gold one for all the trauma that you put me through.
As a child, listen. He's like, wait, what trauma? He's like, you're middle class. Like, yeah, you know.
Man, $10,000.
That is great. I'm glad I brought that up.
That's genius in its own way because it's like
pure marketing genius.
Something you didn't know about 2 minutes ago. Suddenly, you want to spend $10,000 on it.
Yeah, you turn the table, you turn the corner on that real quick. You're like, why would I want it $10,000?
Okay, maybe we should actually try the actual.
We should. It's battery operated, so God, it's a $10,000 battery operated item. What the fuck is 10,000 besides this? This is why I don't like certain like super high end items. Like this is the world's like most expensive martini. It's a martini with a diamond in it.
Maybe maybe if they're looking for a spocesman,
Vic Valentine would be great for that.
Perfect spokesman for the Testacuzzi.
You would be a great.
I think they should have more medium priced Testacuzzis too. Maybe you don't go straight to gold. Maybe there's a silver.
Yeah, there's a whole different. There's all sorts of different like ways you can go.
Maybe
like
there's
silver.
one that's like speakers. It's like an iPhone Testacuzzi.
Oh yeah, you dip. It vibrates to like whatever music you're playing.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, that'd be phenomenal. Okay, listen. I think this is enough about testicle pampering items.
We're just getting started.
We're just getting. Well, listen. We don't have Belle Delphine anymore. She's off Instagram, so I don't know what. I have no idea what she's doing. I can't.
Yeah.
God, I hope she's still selling bathwater somewhere. Listen,
hopefully that's her calling. Maybe she'll be selling bathwater on the side of the street. When she's like 50.
Oh God.
Bathwater. Still selling my bathwater.
Like, oh God, you didn't save any of that money. It's all on crack.
The picture on the bathwater is her like when she was young.
Yeah,
like, who's that? It's me. Can't you tell?
No.
It's like those child stars.
They pick up cocaine.
When they're at like cons, conventions and stuff.
Oh yeah, they're
Comic Cons. They have like the picture of them when they were a kid. They don't like show the actual.
Well,
it's not pictures of them how they look now.
Well, yeah, obviously, because they're there. You can see how they look now.
Yeah, but like they remembered as kids, like the Power Rangers kid.
Oh yeah,
that was the Blue Ranger. I'm not sure if you remember.
Oh, the truck one where they all drive cars.
Well, I think there was the one where like the Blue Ranger was.
Oh yeah, the first one. Yeah, he's now like balding, and kind of fat.
Oh, is he?
I think so.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what happened to him.
Okay, listeners. I guess listener is more accurate.
Look up Blue Power Rangers kid.
Yeah, and just put it. Just message the Super Awesome Showdown Facebook account. We'll look it up later. Yeah. We can't be bothered. I mean, I have a cell phone sitting right in front of me, but I'm not gonna bother.
You know what I did today?
What'd you do today?
But this week.
Oh yeah.
Was I put together a playlist of music you got to listen to?
Yes,
you. Do we want to talk about that on the playlist?
I kind of do. It's this.
I was going to bring it up at the vibrating Testacuzzi portion of our show.
Well, I mean, this is now a good. This is
the music I would listen to.
It's like, oh, come with me now.
So, what is the genre?
I want to say it's like rhythm and white guy soul.
So I put together a playlist of songs that are typically played during trailers.
Yeah, listener, think of it like when you see like a trailer for like TLC or the Discovery Channel, and there's like a reality show where they're like building something or fixing something.
Yeah,
that's the one, and everyone has a beard.
Yeah,
it's that. That's the song they play. Where at some point the guy goes, "Oh Lord," and
there's like a whoosh sound, like a.
Yeah, I don't know what that's called.
Yeah,
I think it's called trailer music. It's called promotional music.
Promotional trailer music. Yeah, I don't know if anyone actually listens to that like upon their own accord. I think the only people the most. This is weird because like this genre that we're talking about.
Yeah, that we don't know the name of.
That we don't know the name of, that I have a whole playlist full of music of.
It was like 20 minutes of that while we put the ring together, listeners.
It's actually like 2 hours, actually.
Oh, my God.
So we're going to listen to that on the road trip. But I don't know the genre of this music.
I'm looking it up now.
I believe this is one of the few genres where more people have heard it just, incidentally.
Yeah, through a trailer.
Through a trailer or something, than actually listen to it
or like
by choice.
When HBO is showing like their like a mashup of all their next lineup.
Yeah. I actually got one of the songs from the Boys trailer.
Oh yeah.
So
one of them is the Congos. They do the Lord Come With Me Now.
Yeah.
So I'm looking up what their genre of music is.
Ex Ambassadors does Welcome, or just The Jungle. Where you know the song that goes, "Follow me into the jungle." It played at the end of Hercules, the one with the rock.
Really?
There was a year where they came out with Hercules twice.
Oh yeah,
one had the rock and one had some other
no-name dude. Yeah.
And like, at the end of the rock version, which was a lot more entertaining and it was more goofy and self-aware.
Yeah,
it knew it wasn't like
it's not high art.
Historical.
Okay, so it looks like it's for on iTunes. It's just called alternative, which is very unsatisfying.
That's not satisfying.
Hang on. I'm gonna. Siri, what genre of music does the Congos play? Here we go.
I found alternative rock, hard rock, and Quado.
Quado.
That sounds like a racial term.
You know what? I'm just gonna call the genre Quado.
Quado. That sounds right.
Everybody, look up Quado.
And that's the genre of music.
Could we link like a playlist? Can I link the playlist, my iTunes playlist, into like the download?
How about you send me the link and I'll see if I can slap it in the description.
Okay, yeah. And that's the music that should be playing in the background as you guys listen to this.
Oh, yeah,
it's also good for working out too.
I'll bet.
I feel like I feel really manly if I was listening to this music while working out.
Or if you see a camera like panning around you, that's when you turn around and like cross your arms and nod a little bit.
Yeah, and it's like I imagine like these reality shows, they mask the guys into like the sky. So there's like a American flag and then like sky blowing, and they're kind of like they're
shot from way down low,
vignetted into a sky, and there's like kind of like masking, like a Photoshop mask of them in the sky,
What the fuck?
It's like effects. Everybody special effected them into this. You know what? I'm gonna produce this now. I'm gonna make it.
Do it.
Now that we have some free time.
Yeah, come on. We can totally do it now.
Maybe I'll involve Super Awesome Showdown. Oh, you know what we should do? We should make it the official. We should make a 1 minute to 30-second opening for this Transit podcast.
Oh yeah.
In the style of like a Discovery Channel kind of like Americana reality show.
Oh, definitely. And we're like one of us. Listen, I'll be the goofball who messes up. You'll be the no nonsense guy who gets it done.
Yeah, I need to have like a beard or.
Well,
something.
and Manda's kind of on here. Listen, listener. Oh, speaking of which, Manda's doing she's doing a haunted house tonight.
Is she doing a haunted house? She said she was doing a Halloween something or another
She's
today.
performing it. She's not like going to one. She's like working there.
Oh, I hope she's like the chick that's all cut up and.
Oh, that's good.
What's it called? That's 13 Ghosts. You ever see 13 Ghosts?
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, with Tony Shalhoub.
I think she's like a porn star, and she has like knives, and she's in the bathtub, and she's got like these cuts all over her boobs.
Wow. So you hope Manda's a porn star, or
she should be the chick that.
Okay. Sorry, I lost track.
The chick from 13 Ghosts,
right.
That's the porn star that gets killed.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
She could do that.
I think Manda could get.
The female form is kind of, when used properly in horror film, can be kind of creepy. Like, have you seen Silent Hill?
Yeah.
All the nurses, they're like,
they're
very
like...
sexy, sensual, curvy women, but they're moving all funny. And then when you see their face, it's like not even.
All, yeah. Well, that's the thing. The great thing about that game is like that was one of the better ones because every one of the monsters represents some part of his psyche, and so those were the nurses represented his sexual frustration.
Oh, okay.
So that's why it was that's why they keep coming back, is they really spoke to the plot, and then so they became iconic.
And we're not getting rid of sexual frustration on this podcast anytime soon, right, Spike?
No, we are not, especially in my life. Ooh. I'm sorry. not important.
We went to Shakespeare's.
We did.
A British pub.
Yeah, I had fish and chips for the first time in a long time. That was great.
And I was hoping that we would get I'm just going to say it. We're not going to ever, these waitresses aren't going to listen.
No, they're not. Just wait until one does.
I was hoping that we would get a British waitress. Because the
right?
first 2 times me and Samantha went there, we got one British waitress. Then we got another woman, different woman, who was also British, had the accent. And the third time that we took you,
Asian.
American accent.
Yeah, she was of Asian descent, and she was just a chick.
Yeah, with an American accent. And then even the chick that took over for her for the 30-minute break, cute.
Yeah, very
cute chick. She looked, like maybe she was in. She could have been in Scott Pilgrim or something. She was that kind of,
Yeah, definitely. She a little more alternative.
Yeah, but then she didn't have an accent either, and it was kind of disappointing.
It was.
Maybe the ones that don't have accents, they should teach to like kind of fake an accent or something like that. That would give
and
me
they're
more of an
white, so it's not
experience.
going to be offensive.
Yeah, we wouldn't tell. We wouldn't be able to
I wouldn't.
notice.
Yeah, no. Well, until you get like someone who's like full on Mexican
Yeah.
with a British accent, like, hang on a second, this I don't buy.
even the cooks and like the dishwashers and the bussers are British.
Oh God! So they already have a Hispanic accent, and now they're trying to do that.
Cheerio.
Oh, come on.
Cheerio.
Okay, just so you know, everyone, Victor is like full on Mexican, so this isn't offensive.
Yeah, but I'm not culturally Mexican, so it's slightly.
It doesn't matter. What I've been told is what matters is what do you look like.
Yeah, do I pass? Yes.
You pass the sniff test from like across the room.
Yeah, so I can do the accent.
Without
I'll just tell everyone to say Cheerio.
Yeah, just say cheerio, hip hip cheerio.
Well, that girl did say Cheerio, so.
Oh yeah, that was like I think that's like their catchphrase or something.
Oh wait, no. They said cheers.
Cheers. Oh yeah, cheers. Like
Cheers.
Right, but I don't think she tried to make it.
Cheers. She said cheers.
All right, cheers. Yeah.
Hard R.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have found that as funny as I did.
Rhotic. It's called the Rhotic. I think it's called Rhotic R.
That's better. That sounds better. Oh my God. No, I think that's something. I don't know. It's like if you work at like Chili's, they have like a thing like, well, wear this many pieces of flair or whatever. And over there, it's like, okay, just say cheers after things, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Close enough. Are you English? No. Well, you're attractive, so come on.
Yeah. The owners there, I believe, are actually British, though.
I hope so.
I think I talked to one or two.
I hope so. Like, listen, I don't think they should be refused from like making English food, but it's nice if they go full on like English pub style.
Yeah. I don't know. It was pretty good. It was pretty fun. It was pretty good.
Oh yeah, it was
We had
great.
fish and chips.
Yep.
I had the pasty.
The pasty. Oh yeah, I remember that. That was like a pie or like a pot pie.
It was like an empanada.
All right, it was like a British empanada.
British empanada, yeah.
God, that's how California we are. We put everything. So what it's like if you get
So like a Brit would call it, oh, this is a Mexican pasty.
if you get a calzone, is that it's like an Italian empanada?
Yeah, the calzone's an Italian empanada.
It's like pizza is like if once you fold it, it becomes an Italian taco.
Yeah.
I'm like wow.
Our basis for food is like Mexican food.
It's all a Tex-Mex bullshit.
So this hamburger is like a British torta.
Yeah, British torta. It's a torta. Yeah.
So the sandwich is like a torta.
Yeah, they're all in the torta family, I guess. Jesus, sushi is just like I don't know. It's like a horchata that hasn't with extra crap in it. No, it's rice.
Sushi is kind of like a little roll. Oh, sushi is like rolled tacos.
There you go.
It's like
Sushi's
Japanese rolled taco.
Japanese rolled taco. Oh God, is this offensive?
Japanese rolled taco.
I'm having trouble figuring out if this is offensive or not.
No, because it's from the perspective of Mexican.
Oh yeah,
food.
we were poor. Okay, yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
It's good. Well, I'm poor. You're actually doing all right. Good for you.
Am I doing all right? Yeah, I guess so. We'll see at the end of the year how much the government takes.
What the Dow Jones does.
Yeah.
All right.
Bitcoin's going up, everybody. So
Get some Bitcoin before it goes up more.
I think you guys should wish Bitcoin luck and pray for me so that Bitcoin goes up so that I become wealthier.
Yeah, I really like it. I think it'll be a stabilizing force on the market. Okay, so before we wrap up, I did want to talk. We just see the new Star Wars trailer.
Oh yeah.
Which you said you had a really good point about that.
What did I say? I thought it looked really good. It looked like maybe everything that we wished the first two were, right?
Right. The first one was just like, listen, we're not doing the prequels anymore. We're just remaking A New Hope, and it was good.
Yeah.
But it would have been better if the Last Jedi was good.
They were able to get the formula correct. It looks like from the trailer.
Yeah.
Where it was like just enough old stuff and just enough new stuff mixed together. So
instead of just killing all the old stuff.
So you felt like you're watching something new, but there was enough like older imagery to feel like Star Wars.
Yeah, I was of the mind that they should have just like set it like maybe 100 years in the future. That way you don't have to have the thing where you just kill Han Solo.
Oh yeah.
How about instead of like turning him into a deadbeat dad,
Yeah.
we just say, listen, they died or they just lived and died and back then, and this is the new time.
And Harrison Ford is still alive. Mark Hamill is still alive.
Yeah.
They could still be Star Warsing.
They might force Ghost it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the kind of disappointing. Is like the Last Jedi was super disappointing to me. So I'm hoping but I always come at it with hope with Star Wars.
Yeah, I wasn't big on Force Awakens. It was a little bit too, what you might say, derivative of the New Hope.
Yeah,
I didn't dig that as much.
I
Maybe I need to watch it again. I did. I was okay with Force. Wait,
The Force Awakens.
The next one.
The
Last
second
Jedi.
one? Oh, Last Jedi. Yeah, I didn't like.
Yeah, most people hate that one. I thought it was okay. So
listen, that's a valid. Like I always say, it's a valid opinion. After I had that argument online about the Joker, I found out it was an argument.
oh, okay.
At first, I thought we were just talking about a movie. I thought we were just having that discussion. Then it's like, oh, this is getting.
How many times did you have to reply back and forth? Because I think no matter what you're talking about on Facebook, if it goes up to 20 times or something,
It was way less than 20. It
or
was
10
Let me.
replies, then it becomes like an argument.
Well, even. Oh wait, here before I look up that, Mason has gone full Western for his thing. He's a zombie Western guy.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. His makeup is great. Let me see here.
That looks like a lot of fun, man.
Let me go back here because it wasn't that long ago. Okay, so let's see. So there's my reply to it. And it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So not 20, but we're getting up there. Well, that's the thing is, I listen. If he didn't have to engage, he did not have if I was willing to leave it at. I thought it was different enough.
Yeah.
But then he unpacked his thoughts, and I thought, oh, cool, we're having a movie talk. I thought it was a movie talk, and I thought it was like us looking at a painting and going, well, see the line work here and the arm. I thought it was
that's your excuse.
That's my excuse. Hey, listen, I only called him a bitch, at the 11th post. Okay, so I'm in the right on this one, I think.
Derek did post something really funny on Facebook because he had an unfavorable review on his podcast, on the Mega 64 podcast.
Oh yeah,
about Joker.
Oh yeah,
and then someone sent him an email.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
And then the email was like a very immature, almost Rick and Morty fan.
Yeah, I saw that post. That was a nut. That guy was crazy.
Yeah, so talking shit about how he can't handle violence, and I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was
that was a pretty funny thing. But maybe he didn't think it was funny. Maybe we should just. But the guy was an idiot, though.
Yeah, the guy was dumb.
It's one of those guys that think they're smart, who he kind of says like, "Oh, if you don't like what I like, you must be stupid."
Yeah,
you're not intellectual enough to understand what is good art.
Yeah, usually, when people talk like that, they don't have like a point. They have a broader view of this is good, ergo you are dumb. But they don't have it's good for these. If you have a few reasons, I'm willing to hear you out a little more. But if you're just like, oh, you just can't handle violence. And realistically, he's done some stuff with some violence in it. He's done some. I worked on a Halloween movie of his where someone got shot in the head.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's a weird statement to make.
So yeah, that's true. So
yeah, this movie has a lot of drama around it on all fronts.
Joker, and that podcast has got a lot more listeners, I'm sure, than we do anyway.
Yeah, well, good for them. Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck that. No, listen. Once we make it big and get those big podcast dollars, this is all going to be like water on the bridge, man.
Yeah.
We're going to be in a podcast empire like Adam Carolla.
We should see if we can get Derek on the podcast one of these days.
We should not at all. He hates my guts, man.
We should see. No, well, that's the only way to make it right. We invite him on. We should have him. We should also have John on the podcast. Locura.
Oh yeah, we should. I didn't get a chance to get him on.
Seat right here.
Yeah, I set up another microphone and everyone had to leave. This is the story of my life. I get 4 microphones and a soundboard that has enough channels, and I can only get 2 people at a max.
So if you're listening to this podcast,
and you're funny and maybe a comedian, come on the podcast.
Good for you. We appreciate the viewership.
We really do. Let me tell you,
listenership.
All 4 of you, listen, we really love you, and we hope that we provide enough content to justify you downloading us. All right, look, I think we're going a little long here, so I think we're going to wrap it up.
I think we did all right.
I really think we did.
I think we're entertaining enough today where people are like,
I
it's ending already? And then they're going to be all sad.
I hope so. Always leave them wanting more.
Yeah.
So with that being said, thank you for tuning into the Transmit Podcast, a Super Awesome Showdown offshoot. I am Spike.
I'm Victor.
Thank you for breathing into the microphone so heavily, and we'll see you next time.